Back in the 80s, when yuppies roamed free, there was the automotive trifecta of BMW, Saab, and Volvo. In the era of Lacoste shirts, gin and tonics, and combining pink and green, Muffy and Biff sure liked their Volvos. There was even an unofficial slogan, boxy but good. I think it came from a scene in a movie or something.
And the car on the outside kind of makes you walk up to it and go, what is this? I don't know what this is. Which is very interesting in today's styling circus out there, that people are throwing different styling pieces together on cars.
Dan Johnston is a spokesperson for Volvo. Real World Test Drive interviewed Dan on Skype for this report.
And when you look at this car, it looks homogeneous. It looks like it was designed from the beginning to be what it is, and not by a committee.
Look at the lines of this car and let me know whether you think the slogan should be changed from boxy but good to sexy but safe. Volvo cares enough about safety that they're willing to release technology that may not be ready for prime time, but may save lives.
What the Volvo will do is, if somebody steps in front of you and it looks like you're going to hit this person, and you're not taking corrective action, moving left or right to avoid hitting the person or stepping on the brakes, the car will automatically stop from 19 miles an hour on down. At higher speeds, what will happen is the car will greatly reduce, almost in half, the impacting speed, so the impact of the pedestrian will be less. You're still going to hit the person. But at speeds under 19, the Volvo will stop.
The pedestrian detection system with full auto brake works. Kinda, sorta. Here's what it's designed to do. The Volvo S60 is supposed to spot a pedestrian and stop itself, even if you, the driver, don't see the iPod-wearing, texting zombie who steps in front of your vehicle.
In the business, we call this a stand-up, and this is a stand-up that I'm only going to do once because my friend Jerry is going to try to run me over with a new Volvo. But just in case, I've got my bike helmet, like this is really going to help, and I heard that somehow it detects water, so let's see if it works. Well, I'm here, and so's the car, and he says it stopped by itself.
Now remember, like airbags, this is a system that you're never supposed to use. You're just supposed to buy the car because it has it. In other words, don't aim at your least favorite neighbor and see if the system works.
And this, in case you're wondering, is my friend Jerry. One of the few people I would trust to actually drive at me and not intentionally run me over.
Additionally, the Volvo S60 is the only vehicle I've recently driven that allows you to adjust the steering effort. It lets you electronically tweak the steering feel, so if you want the feeling of a '78 Cadillac or the taut turning of the latest sports car, you can adjust it.
Well, some people like a heavy steering wheel. They like the feel of a heavy steering wheel, especially at highway speeds. You don't really want a light-feeling steering wheel, but people who have muscular problems or shoulder problems would like something that's easier to steer. And so with 3 different positions for setting on the amount of torque it takes to turn the steering wheel, we can adjust it to just about anybody's needs.
Also, I found it particularly considerate of the Swedes, or actually the Chinese, to remember my seat heat preferences. If you get out of the car with your seat heater set on medium, when you get back in, the car restarts with the seat heater still set on medium. But back to the Chinese thing. In case you missed it, Volvo is now owned by a Chinese company.
That's correct, yes. We were owned by Ford. Ford sold us to Geely Holding Company. Geely Holding Company also owns Geely Motors. It's been very clear from the beginning that Li Shafu, who is the chairman of the company, wants to keep Volvo. Much like what Ford did, they didn't want to come in and run the organization and make us into Fords. They wanted to keep us Scandinavian, keep us what we're doing with safety, and all the design will always be in Sweden. So it's the same kind of relationship. It's just now that we're owned by a Chinese company.
According to published accounts, the 300 horsepower Volvo Turbo S60 makes it from 0 to 60 in about 6.2 seconds.
The system is called pre-charged all-wheel drive. So when the car is sensing a slip condition, the transition between front wheel to all wheel is seamless. You'll never know that it has happened, but your traction is exactly what you expected it to be. So the technology has allowed us to modulate that all-wheel drive in a way that it can be on again, off again. But most traveling is 95% front-wheel drive, and that's for fuel economy and for wear and tear on the system.
The Volvo S60 gets 18 miles per gallon in the city, 26 on the highway. The base price of the S60 is a little under 38 grand. The price is tested with the premium package that includes the pedestrian anti-smush feature, the technology package with the navigation system, which includes 2 free map updates, brings the total for the 2011 Volvo S60 to a little over $46,000. I'm Grant Winter for Real World Test Drive.